that its Navy acted lawfully in its raid on a Gaza-bound aid flotilla.
Leaked documents suggest the Palestinian leadership was prepared to give up large parts of East Jerusalem in a peace deal.
It is an honour to be the Premier of the state I love.
And Labor again turns to a female leader in a time of trouble. Good evening and welcome to SBS World News Australia. I'm Janice Peterson.
And I'm Anton Enos. An internal review has cleared Customs and Border Protection of any blame over the Christmas Island boat disaster in December. It says the organisation had no intelligence on the boat's movements prior to arrival and that its personnel responded appropriately to the disaster.
The cries of asylum seekers drowning just metres from Australian shores shocked the nation. Navy and Customs staff saved 42 people, but at least 30 were never found. So, operationally, could Customs staff have done anything differently or better? No, says the service's own review.
At all times, officers followed and acted in accordance with policies, processes and procedures.
Rescuers that day faced 4-metre waves, 40-knot winds and low visibility. Amid suggestions that the asylum seekers' arrival should have been tracked, the government says there was no specific intelligence that the boat had departed Indonesia or was due to arrive.
Intelligence is an imprecise science. Given the clandestine nature of this criminal activity, not each and every voyage will be identified.
I just find that extraordinary. We have the most incredible air and sea surveillance of those waters.
The government has agreed to adopt the 8 recommendations on upgrading safety equipment on the island. A land-based radar surveillance system is being installed for a 5-month trial, though Mr McClellan says there's no guarantee it would have saved lives given the extreme conditions. Grenade-style life jackets which can be launched towards people some distance away, and radio equipment pre-programmed to the same bandwidth to ease island communications during emergencies. Still to come, a more thorough inquiry by the West Australian Coroner and Federal and West Australian Police, and a Federal Parliamentary Select Committee into the tragedy. The opposition wants that to go broader, covering what it calls the government's web of failed asylum seeker policies.
Well, we've had more than 200 boats arrive in the last 2.5 years. Every single one of those boats faced potentially the same tragic outcome as we saw last December.
Mr McClellan says there's a high chance of criminal prosecutions soon. Rena Saram-Pite, World News.